please state your name for the record.
My name is Ardell Hampton. Excuse me. I had spoke with Sean earlier today. I got some serious concerns with you guys as police force. I don't know if I should call them officers or should I call them the goon squad. Yeah, but yesterday at the 9th and Enterprise, my son has been harassed by this vice squad you guys have that y'all put together. The video is very disturbing to me as a parent because I tell my kids whether they're right or wrong. And I tell them when a police officer pulls you over, you give them your driver's license, your registration, and insurance. But my son was approached by you guys, this team that you put together, and I'm gonna call them the Vice Squad because they ripped him out the car. Well, they didn't rip him out the car. He got out the car, dropped his keys, and was jumped by you guys as police officers. No apparent reason. He didn't do nothing. He's a college student, Quincy University, Jackson, Mississippi. But my concern and my disturbance all night long, and my wife, he's at the hospital, my wife is still at the hospital with him, is that you guys, that we have these guys to protect us, but these guys are jumping on us. And it's not just, it's these young, they jumping on all these young black men. All because of tint on your car window. That's no excuse. You want to search your car because they got dark tint on their windows. The city of Springfield police officers got tint on their windows. And I'm quite sure some of their personal cars have tint on them. And I'm quite sure some of you guys go buy these cars with tint already on them. But these young black men are being pulled over by this vice squad that you have put together. And I think something needs to be done because I'm very disturbed by the video. Yes, I have the video. Yes, my wife have been waiting on a call from the lieutenant. We haven't received not one call from Attorney Affairs. We not have received no call from the lieutenant. And it's not, I'm sorry that I feel this way, but my son cried last night and he said, Dad, I can't go nowhere without being pulled over by the same officer that keeps harassing him. And I think we need to put a stop to it because this is sad. But we sit here and we're looking for solutions, how to solve a problem, but the same ones that we call to protect us are the same ones that's whooping us. If I whoop my child, I go to jail, but if the police beat the hell out my child, he gets to high-five his buddy and drag my son to jail and trump him with charges. Is it fair? I'm going to tell you this. My kids ain't perfect, and I ain't perfect, but I can tell you one thing. I'm a damn good daddy because when they're wrong, I tell them they're wrong. But I'm not going to sit there and watch someone kill my child. We have watched it over and over, and I think we need to put a stop to it. I like the chief. I think the chief is a fine man. Every officer on the force is not bad people. But I think y'all got some rotten apples in there that y'all need to weave out. And I'm sorry I'm here for this, guys. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. But this is how I feel today. I took off work early today just to be here so you guys can hear me. Because the next time I may not be able to stand here because my son may get killed. And all I'm asking you guys to do is please fix it. Get with this squad or this team and please fix it. I'm asking the chief, please fix it. Because this is sad. But we all supposed to come together and be one. Quit jumping out the car. If you're going to jump out the car and give them something positive to talk about. Jump out the car to introduce yourself to these young kids. Let's be able to work in the community with these kids. I'm willing to stand with the police officer and go work with these kids. Have I been perfect all my life? Absolutely not, no. Because if I was, I wouldn't be standing here.
Ardell, Alderman Williams.
Yeah, my comments, if Chief can come up, please. So now, you know, it's out there. I mean, there's been obviously numerous stops. I was stopped by citizens. So, you know, they said, well, Alderman, your car's tinted. I said, well, this is a 2024. You know, I got a new car. It is tinted. I think purchases is tinted. We all got tint. So what their whole point was to stopping me is, well, so why ain't the police stopping you is what I'm asked. And I'm like, well, I don't know. I brought mine from the dealership like this, you know. So are they stopping cars that are purposely doing it, or if it comes already tinted? What is the confusion with this tint?
So the Illinois law dictates a certain level that your car can be tinted to. And I don't have all the, I'm not going to speak educated to that, but there's a number that the Illinois law identifies as if your tint on your vehicle lets less light in, it would have a lower number. And so the number is, I believe, 30, if I'm correct. 35. And so it is, there isn't a such thing as a legal tint as far as how dark it is tinted. Now, how the vehicles come off the factory, I'm going to sit here and tell you I don't know the answer to that. I would hope they're not selling cars.
So it's based on the level of tint that makes you get stopped. So my second question, so we did have an activity where we were doing this like over the last week or so, like as intentional, let's look at all these tinted vehicles in Springfield, or
That's certainly a reason for a traffic stop. That's a primary violation.
what I'm asking you, was this aside from regular traffic, this is going to be what we do these 3 nights? We're going to go look for tinted, because it seems like it was numerous stops. I think I was with the alderman on a few of them we passed, and it was about 10. So so the group decided we're going to do tent looking tonight, that type of thing.
In response to some of the block party situation that we've had, I've asked for zero tolerance traffic stops. That doesn't necessarily mean people get citations, but yes, we utilize every violation of the Illinois Vehicle Code to make traffic stops. That's correct.
Well, so I appreciate the clarity. At least now I'm understanding it ain't exaggerated, that, you know, but it's out in the atmosphere, Chief, you know.
Sure.
And then there are some people that feel exactly like this gentleman, that it's okay to do the tent stop and, you know, do your job, but it's with this aggressiveness. Is that intentional? Is that a style or a requirement for this particular type of unit of officers?
No, and as I previously stated earlier, it's about de-escalation is what I encourage with my officers.
Well, I know you do.
Me and Ardell are going to have a conversation so I can get to the bottom of this specific incident, because I'm not familiar with it. And again, if there are situations like this, either I need to know about it, and I don't know whether you said you reached out to Internal Affairs. We'll get to the bottom of that, and we'll figure that out, why that call didn't happen.
Okay,
But
well,
I'm hearing about it now, and we'll get
I'm
to it.
glad you two are talking about it and are going to get to the bottom of it. I know I experienced it with them. I actually think they were trying to be funny when they called themselves, pulled me over to get on me about having tinted windows. But was to my surprise, as I started driving, I started seeing the lights. Then when I picked up Sean on one, again, I saw it. So I said, maybe they're having like a 3 or 4 day activity, you know, with this particular unit. That's why I asked, you know, was it intentional, or for this intentional time to do this? You told me about the pop parties, which took me back to some things I've seen. So I clearly see the clarity. I'll just say, I hope we're not being over aggressive, you know, and I hope we can talk to your side, both sides, you know, so that it doesn't escalate.
Well, and I would say this, you know, I mean, we need to do our best as a law enforcement agency to keep our citizens safe. And I know one of the biggest issues we've had is the pop-up parties and whatnot in our communities. And so we've utilized every avenue we can, a lot of which the council has given us latitude as far as towing and fining and all that to address some of this stuff. And obviously it was a busy weekend with the 4th of July, and our goal was to, you know, do our best to ensure that we didn't have any nefarious activity. Now, it doesn't mean that my men and women have the permission to go yank someone out of the car, and if that happens, I'm going to address that and deal with that, for sure.
I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
So, thank you. I see no discussion. I'll finish up. Ardell, Ardell, talk with Chief. As I told you, there's a process, and they'll help you through it. I'll just finish up on this topic. I think that, and me and Chief has talked. I've been one that stopped for tinted windows and this topic, but I will say that I echo Alderman Williams' thoughts that it is very, very aggressive in our community right now, and I'm just worried that it's too aggressive. So for us as legislators,